nothing on the books yet, but that don't mean we can't. It just means that I ain't got it on the books yet. If I get enough people, my rule of thumb generally is if I get 5 people who want something, then I can set a class up. Who said I was starting a gun store, yo? Who you been talking to? Nah, gun store update. Best course was probably my original CPL course. The instructor's name is Derek Jensen. If y'all in Michigan, he teach at Barrack 616, but he's a DSF teacher. He was just great. Like, what really made him great was that everything was practical. Even when we did our shooting on the range, everything was practical. It wasn't just blindly shooting at targets trying to get some shots to land in a certain spot. It was dope. Love, OG. That's love, man. I hope you and Max doing good, man. But yeah, I'm happy. I definitely, found this sweet spot for this season of life, and I'm excited to see where the firearms journey go. Yeah, if it meet the formula, y'all know the Smart Shooters formula, the highest caliber that you can shoot accurately and find guns and ammo in your price range. If that's a Taurus, so be it. I rock with it. Man, y'all can't come for me, man. Y'all can't come for me, dog. I'm coming, all right? It's been a busy few weeks, man. The class is back to back. I got y'all, though. YouTube, I got y'all. Some heat on the way. It's going down. Juneteenth is going to be our CPL class, Concealed Carry Home Defense Fundamentals. It's also National Range Day. So we finna go out and have a ball. You should sign up. I ain't picked nothing up lately, man. I got a Glock 48 MOS, Gen 5. And then I got a Glock 21. I think that's a Gen 4. I got that on layaway. I'm gonna pick that up. I haven't had much experience with HoloSun. Even though I'm a HoloSun dealer, I haven't used many of the products. So I'm going to go with Trijicon just off of experience. But I do got a KX2. I think it's the 507 KX2 is the number. But yeah, I think I'm going to throw it on the Walther PDP, take it out, give it a try, see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. I like Trijicon a lot. I get the premise of this question, but at the same time, I got a Glock 23C in the house. I love 40 cal. I don't think it's obsolete. Great question, yo. Got me all fired up. A few things about it. 1, building could be cheaper, a whole lot cheaper if cost savings is the goal. 2, building could be higher quality if quality is the goal. And then 3, experience. Yes, sir. If you want to become a firearms instructor, our next USCCA certified instructor course is May 22nd and 23rd. You can go on to uscca.com and search Smart Shooters. Absolutely, positively never. We never, ever talk politics in the classroom. Somebody's always going to get offended. As an instructor, you got to learn to stay neutral on a lot of stuff. Only argue when it's proper. It depends. I think dry firing is just as important as going to the range, because there's a lot of things that you can practice that you don't need ammunition for, like drawing from a holster, like drawing from any holster anywhere. I dry fire pulling a firearm from everywhere that I keep one in my house. Like, I don't want live ammo to do that. I can't do that on a gun range. It's got to be where I keep it, So, yeah, dry firing is critical. As soon as they start breathing oxygen. No, seriously, though, I had a family photographer tell me that she's been shooting since she was 4. So, I mean, whenever you deem it appropriate for your kids, if I understand the question correctly, I think I do. Role playing would help a lot. Like, where do you keep spare mags in comparison to the gun? If somebody broke in through the back door versus the front door, is that still the best spot to get to the firearm before the bag? Every 500 rounds or after every CPL class. CPL class is more of a COVID thing than anything. But, yeah, usually after every 500 rounds is when I do it. Yes, extremely. Especially living in West Michigan, Grand Rapids to be specific. It's extremely hard to be black in the gun world because a lot of people feel like you owe them something. A lot of people feel like you just here for a trend. It's very, very frustrating because I have to prove unnecessarily that I'm knowledgeable in what I'm talking about and what I'm going to stores to shop for and so on. And at the same time, I have to cater to an ignorant crowd that's been taught by music and movies. Yeah, this is a very, very hard industry to be in as a black man. Just being honest. I'm always keep it real with y'all. And it just is. And it could just be my region, but it just is. That's the reality. I get this question a lot. Like it's a case by case thing. I'll help anybody, but mentoring is like walking with somebody. You definitely got to be about business for something like that. So holla at me on a personal level. Man, my gun range is in the sticks, and we do not have service up there. Otherwise, I would go live every single time I was at the gun range because people like watching us run drills and shoot. Stay tuned, man. That's all I could tell you. I'm trying. Before you drink, you need to take your gun off. You need to take your gun to the car. You should always carry a gun case in your car. All right, with a lock. I keep one in my trunk, a gun case with a lock. And when I want to drink, I lock my gun up separate from my magazine and ammo. A lot of people do this by working out, incorporating physical fitness. So like on the range I use, there's a tree stump that's about 100 yards. People sprint to the tree stump and back, and then they shoot. Little stuff to get your heart rate up. When you can appreciate the differences that make that gun worth more, when you understand the value of higher cost guns, unless you started with a cheap gun, then, the upgrade never hurt. When it comes to weed, it's one or the other in Michigan. You either smoke weed or you own guns. You can't even buy a gun technically right now in Michigan if you smoke weed. So Dunham Sports has always been my hidden gem. Because it's corporate, they don't typically go up on prices as much as some of these mom and pop gun shops do, where they dictate the cost of everything. So that's my gem. Not to my knowledge, because if so, I be violating. So yeah, no, not to my knowledge. There's no limit to how many guns you could carry concealed. Just be prepared if you get pulled over. I wouldn't, not unless it was relevant to what they were coming over for. If they come in to tell me my car alarm is going off or a neighbor said my music is too loud, I'm not going to be like, okay, and just so you know, I got guns in the house, Tell them what they need.